G'day mate, your boy Jeice here, your one and only Aussie DB Kera. Hey, it's a great figure man here with another release, first look and review. Jeice has just shipped out here in Japan and it's actually the final release for the line in 2020. If he's anything to go by, the 2021 is going to be an awesome year for the line. Basically, he's everything you want in a figure. Awesome mold, heaps of accessories. Yeah, but before we actually pop him open and get inside, we'll have a quick look on the outside just for anyone who's new to collecting. As with all the Tamashii releases of late, you have the Tamashii quality seal. This helps identify legitimate figures to bootlegs and so forth, as well as the Toei sticker. The Toei sticker will change slightly from region to region, sometimes silver, sometimes gold, and sometimes there'll be different numbers like 3, 21, etc. American releases, you might also get a distributor sticker on there as well. On the back, we've got the variety of poses that he can do and accessories, the scouter case, key blast, dragon ball, etc. So it'll be interesting to see how easy he is to actually get into these poses. Sometimes, you know, ones that they showcase are not quite as easy as one would expect. So it'll be interesting to see how this guy holds up. Anyway, enough of the boring stuff. Let's pop him open and get to the fun stuff. JC Boy here is so packed full of goodies that they've actually put his hands in a separate tray behind. I think this is awesome. I hope they keep doing this, putting in so many accessories that they can fit the hands with the main body. As far as the hands go, we've got 4 extra pairs of the left-right hands, the usual sort of key blast fighting grips, and a couple for his Ginyu Force, as well as a special separate left hand for holding onto the scouter case. Okay, let's check out the other parts. Starting at the top left here, we have the Captain Ginyu head, which can be used on a standard Goku body, such as the Saiyan Rays on Earth 1. And then over to the right, we've got the extra shoulder pad parts, which are to be swapped in if you want to recreate the poses, for the Ginyu Force poses, I'm pretty sure. Just gives you extra mobility in the shoulder areas, but we'll check those out a little bit later. And then moving down the left side, we've got a variety of facial expressions. The top and bottom one are pretty similar, both open mouth screaming, but one's looking straight on and the other one's looking down to the right. The middle one's open mouth as well, but not as much as the top, so overall not too much difference there. Then we've got the 2-star Namek Dragon Ball, as well as a Key Blast. Then on the right side, we've got the support arm for the Key Blast. So this bottom part here attaches to the wrist, and the top part into the Key Blast. We've got a back attachment here, so allow a stand to go on. And then we've got the scouter case, which the Ginyu Squad brought over to Frieza in the show. So that's pretty cool. Okay, we'll pop him out, check out his articulation, and then we'll have a closer look at the accessories. Okay, we've got Jeice here. He's definitely pretty top heavy with his hair. Actually, it's a lot heavier than what I expected him to be. Hopefully you can see that on the camera there. The plastic for his hair is pretty thick. I'm guessing it is hollow in there somewhat. But overall his hair is still pretty weighty. He's got a pretty thick ball joint in there as well, to hold it up, and it holds the hair really well. It's not loose or anything like that. Easy movable and it holds its position. So that's really good to see. So hopefully we'll see that with the upcoming Raditz release as well, since his back end will be pretty heavy too, I suspect. Besides that, the general movement in his torso is very similar to previous releases as well as the waist movement. Just a standard single ball joint, I would assume there. And what you'd expect from the normal 2.0 style waists. Yeah, not too bad flexibility there. Only thing is, due to the top heaviness of him, he is pretty hard to balance without a stand. I assume if you play around for quite a while, you should be able to adjust his balance enough that he will stand up by himself. However, I'm guessing a small knock or a bump, or if you have an earthquake or anything like that, he'll go tumbling. So he's definitely a figure you want to get a stand for and use to hold him up. So it's actually disappointing he doesn't come with one. That is the one gripe I have so far. He's packed full of accessories, but no stand for himself, which is quite surprising. Okay, after a little bit of playing around, I managed to get him here standing upright without any stand. It's actually a bit more sturdy than what I thought. So once you do get that right balance there, he should stand pretty well. You just have to kind of lead him forward a bit more on his ankles compared to other figures. But with him sort of leaning forward there, and then with the weight of his hair, not too bad of a balance actually. Still, I would recommend using a stand for long-term storage and setup. Okay, let's start the accessory rundown with the Ginyu head here. I've just got it on a Saiyan Raised by Earth Goku body. The face looks awesome. That evil smirk is great, and the scouter there. Definitely nice to see kind of an evil Goku. It'll be cool to see a future release for the movie, what's his name, Turles? The Tree of Might Goku twin character. That'll be cool. Anyway, for now this is going to be a great substitute for an evil Goku. Let's have a bit more of a closer look at the quality. Okay, so having a bit of a closer look at him, the detailing in his face is great, the smirk is good, the scouter looks great as usual, the hair mold looks pretty good too. The only thing is that it's all completely sealed on, so you can't really change the face without probably damaging the head itself, which is a bit of a shame. It would have been cool to be able to change out the faces behind him. Anyway, let's move on to the other faces that comes with Jeice himself. Okay, check out the first additional face with Jeice here. Hopefully you can see this well. The detailing is awesome in his face, the lines, the colouring of his eyes, the little black pupil as well. Looks great. So we've got this one, and then the third one in the line. Looks basically exactly the same except for the direction he is looking. So one is straight on, the other one is down to his right. And then the other final head is almost identical, except for the mouth is a bit closed. I don't really get why they've added these two in when they're so similar. It would have been good to get a different expression altogether. And then you've got the one that comes on the body himself, which is the closed mouth, kind of smiling smirk. Okay, the next accessory we've got is the key blast here. So it's pretty standard. The attachment here just pops in there. It's a very tight fit, so when you do attach yours, be very careful not to break this. Be better off warming up the key blast first to loosen up the plastic so you can push it in. Otherwise, besides that, it looks really good. And then you've got the two-star Dragon Ball here, same as all the other Namek balls if you've seen one of those. This last part here, this actually pops into the armor on the back of Jeice, and it's got a attachment here for a stand. So if you've got a standard Tamashii stand, you can just plug that into the back of this, and you can use it to hold Jeice up in those more dynamic poses. Might as well have a look at one of those poses now actually. Pop that off. So to get access to it, look on the back of Jeice here. His armor here should pop right off. There we go. Now you can just replace it with this attachment. It pops in there like that. Now stand goes in there. There we go. So you can either use it as a normal way of just standing up in a basic pose, or you can excuse the horrible posing here by having a bit more dynamic, like he's kind of flying, which is a pretty cool way to do it actually, instead of having the these pincer clips grabbing onto a leg or his waist. Okay, so I think what we'll do next, we'll put away these accessories and try a few different poses and see what his posability is like. I thought it would be cool to do a pose holding the case here and check out the specialized hand for it. Okay, so the hand is a slit in here, you can just pop that on and over. There we go, so that's cool. What we do is take off his right hand, sorry, left, and then just pop this one on. Yeah, so with that, I had to go and have a wee playing with a hand. The joint for this left hand, or at least for the one where he's gripping onto the case, is actually pretty loose. Actually, maybe not loose, but if you don't give him a right position, it just falls off very easy. I'm not really sure if it's just an issue with my one itself, or if all of them are going to be like that. But just keep in mind, if you're putting on, it's kind of coming off easily. Just keep swiveling the hand around and try a different position that finally kind of locked on. But yeah, besides that small issue, the case looks great, eh? What do you reckon? You want to see more accessories like this? If so, yeah, let me know in the comments below what type of accessories you want to see on figures coming out next year. Just all these like little bit tiny things like this just really do help bring the whole world, the theme and what was happening when that character was on the show. It kind of helps bring it to life, which is great. So I hope we see more little bit tiny accessories like this coming up with the new releases. But yeah, he's looking good there. Alright, let's go and try his infamous Ginyu pose. The shoulder part here, just you have to lift it up directly, and there's a couple of wee indentations on the top hinge here, it just makes it easier to pop off. When clipping on the extra shoulder part, you do need a bit of force. Just make sure you're going directly down into those grooves, and the long part goes on the front there. Okay, for a quick and dirty pose, that's looking really cool actually. Gets definitely a nice amount of movement in there. With the new shoulder pads attached in, you can definitely get the arm right up there into the area that you need, which is great. But yeah, hopefully this gives you a good idea what he looks like. Overall for this figure, I'm actually really impressed. The amount of accessories that comes with is awesome. The attention to detail really captures the essence of the Jeice character. The hair is really well done as well. Like how you don't really see any seams on it. One just slowly weaving around the side there. So yeah, overall, my opinions of this guy, he's awesome. To be honest, I don't really have any cons, except for the fact he doesn't come with a stand, which I do feel he really needs due to his top heavy weight. The only slight issue that I have so far, it might just be with my figure, is that the special hand for holding the case is a bit finicky to get on, and it does pop off easy. But yeah, besides that, to be honest, it's all pros. The sculpting in his face is spot on. His hair looks amazing. Just the overall shape and scaling of him, and the plentiful of accessories that comes with him. I really do dig that case. Yeah, we've got Captain Rebecca show the scaling. I think, yeah, they scale really well. So yeah, overall, fantastic, must buy. If you haven't pre-ordered them, that sucks. Try and find online now. You might be able to find some shops like Big Bag Toy Store or others that might have them for a slight markup. But yeah, second release, as I was saying, next is going to be Raccoon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see when his first look video hits. And yeah, if you enjoy this one, please like, and also yeah, comment below what you like about him, what you're kind of unsure, and what you're looking forward to seeing in the future for the line. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.